Okay, let's try again. Let's see if Brian will be able to just accept and just get on. Any minute, we should. There we go. Brian,
How you, Marco?
good at you. Some
Dude,
teething
sorry about that, man.
teething problems. That's all right. It's the first time for you, so it's all good.
Not used to anybody wanting to speak to me on social media.
All good. How are you?
I'm good and you, man.
No, very good. Hey, thanks for taking some time to chat. I mean, like I spoke to you earlier, and a few weeks ago, I think your changes and your transformation has like been so inspiring, even from me seeing it. So I just thought it'd be nice to share it with people that I'm sure our age will resonate, whether it's male, female. So I just thought it'd be nice to just jump on a quick chat to share your journey, what happened before you came to us, obviously during and now. So yeah, so if so I suppose the best place to start is how you felt, before I spoke to you about 6 months ago.
Yeah. Marco, so I mean it was almost pure luck. I've been following OTG for a while on social. I've been working in the wider fitness industry for close on 20 years. So, you hear the names and you get to know the names and you start following, and the content's always been great. My fascination came with Rowan.
Yeah.
I worked in sports nutrition for years. So from a nutrition perspective, it's always been something very interesting. And you guys ran the competition for a free consult with Rowan. I've worked with dietitians before, but never with someone that understands what it feels like to train intensely and going through that, and how your body just needs more. So the idea of working with someone that's an elite athlete like Rowan and being able to deal with the nutrition at the same time, to me, was a no-brainer. Um, I've been saying to my wife I wanted to get in contact with you guys forever and a day, and I was traveling in Durban, funny enough, when your feed came up about the comp and I entered, and you gave me a call the same day. And during that chat, like I said to you, I think the one thing that really changed my mind is I've invested a lot of money into educating myself in fitness and doing fitness courses and getting qualifications. Um, I've gotten fair results, nothing to write home about, but nothing too bad.
Yeah.
And when you made the statement that, even a guy like Tiger Woods has got a coach, it got me thinking that, when you program for yourself, you know what you like and what you don't like.
Exactly.
I remember when Lil sent me my first program, and I just replied to it, and I said to her, who in the world tells another person to do elevated front foot squats and lunges? And I'm like, this woman just doesn't care. She's going to make you do what you need to do to get where you need to go. Um, which was very interesting, because now all of a sudden you have a roadmap, and it's not just about you being comfortable. It's taking you out of that comfort zone and finding out what you can do. And again, I've said it to you, the fact that within the induction, one of the first instructions I got was send me a video of you deadlifting, squatting, and benching.
Mm.
Things that I've been doing for years. And I send it to her, and within minutes, you get a video back. Listen, this is happening with your knee. This is happening in your hip. Try this, try that. And the way that Lil can just see something that you watch yourself doing it. I've seen recordings of myself, and you think, holy crap, how does she do this?
Yeah, from personal experience, the one time I sent her a video of just checking my deadlift, and she said, "Are you nursing a little niggle?" I was like, "Yeah." I don't know what I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I'd done a funny movement, so I wasn't like, it was a bit of a niggle, but nothing serious. So I said, "Yeah, why?" She says, "No, I can tell by the way you're standing and you're deadlifting. There's something not quite right with your right side, your right leg." And then I told her, and she says, "Ah, okay, well, just where." I'm like, And then I looked at the video about 10 times. I'm like, how did you see that? Because I thought nobody will even notice. And yeah, I know the drill.
Yeah. No, Mark, and I think the other big thing for me was, as you said in the communication prior to the live feed. So I have a beautiful 9-year-old daughter. I've been married to the woman of my dreams for the last 15 years of my life. So I'm up at 4 every morning, and then I go and I hit the gym, and then from there my workday starts. So for all three of us, it's sacrificing time with each other for me to chase a fitness physical goal that I want to achieve. And to me, it became a thing about, listen, how do I maximize this? How do I make sure that the sacrifice from their side as well is worth it?
Yes.
And, working with a coach for the first time has changed a lot. Rowan and Tracy, to me, was the magic ingredient that got me to understand, even though I am educated in nutrition, listen, it's not knowing what the theory is and actually implementing that with an individual is a very different thing.
Yes.
I've said to you, I believe Rowan uses black magic. It's the only I don't know how he gets to my macros, but it works every time. So it's amazing. Trace is just, she's that mom figure that just makes sure that you're okay and that you can, for advice. I mean, the biggest other challenge for me was, and like you also said to me, life happens, full-time job, family. So in the course of my time with you guys, I've gotten sick. It's Joburg. I've got a kid that's in primary school, so they bring all kinds of funny things back home.
Yes.
So I've had bouts of flu. I've had to go on antibiotics while I can't train. We were lucky enough to do an overseas trip as a family, which was 10 days that I had no access to a kitchen, couldn't prepare my own meals. And as of 2 weeks ago, I started a new career. I joined a different company. So in between all this disruption, that would usually throw you off, with OTG, they were able to actually advise and help me to stay on course and understand, listen, this is stuff that happens. It's how we work through it and how we adjust your plan
to
optimize your results, which was absolutely phenomenal. I was so scared of my trip and the results that I got prior to my trip. My wife was actually looking at me. She said, "But you've taken progress photos for the week." I'm like, "I'm taking all the photos I can. So I can prove to my daughter I was this lean at one stage in my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming back and it's all going to be gone." But again, the advice was very, very simple to follow. And the biggest advice I got from everybody at the end when I got paranoid is, "Brian, just go and enjoy it. You know what to do. Just execute," which is phenomenal.
Because the reason why I also want to chat to you is because it's such a common for people our age. Like, hey, busy, you got a job, you got a family, and most people when I chat to, they always trying to find the right time to start something, or they just don't have time in the day. Whereas everybody's got 24 hours in a day, so you can get it done. The difference between the people that get results are, like you say, it's managing that time better, making a few sacrifices, but it's not like you're having to do anything crazy. And that's why your situation would resonate with a lot of people. Because what would you say was like your advice to somebody that's procrastinating? Because you know what we always like, we procrastinate, and we'll put ourselves off forever, unless you bite the bullet. So, like, what made you decide to actually, I know what, because everybody knows what to do, but they just don't know how to do it. Like, what made you decide to, like, right, I'm going to go ahead, and the advice that made you take that leap? Because, like, now 6 months means it's like a totally different person.
Yeah. Mark, I think it comes down to, I think everybody in this world, not anyone that I know, when you stand in front of the mirror, you look there and you go, "Oh, perfection wouldn't change a thing." We've all got that secret little, I want a slimmer waist, I want bigger biceps, I want bigger quads, whatever it is that you think you can improve on in your own body and with your own health. And it's like anything. I always say to myself, one day I'll grow a ponytail, and then my genetics took care of that goal for me. So that's no longer an option. The option of changing my physique and pushing myself to see how far I can go, staying healthy and increasing my mobility, it's something I can do.
Mm.
Is it going to be growing another ponytail, or am I actually going to bite the bullet
Yeah.
and invest in myself? Because if effectively it's what you're doing. You guys are, you're the guidance, you're the tool that's going to get me there.
Mm.
I still have to do the work, but
Yes.
the idea of wanting to get there, what the desire was always there.
Mm.
I just needed someone to put that roadmap in front of me.
Yes.
And I've tried to do that roadmap myself. I've followed everything from bro splits to upper lower splits. I've tried a lot of different workouts and a lot of different ways of dieting and nutrition. And the fact that I could get hold of you guys and that you reached out, and from there, before anything was sent to me, the onboarding process is phenomenal. You guys ask every single question, and it's a lot of times you think to yourself, geez, why do they need this?
Yeah. Is
But
there?
everything gets used
Mm.
because it really is that personalized.
Mm.
And it doesn't take up a lot of your time.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, it's an hour a day. For me, it's Monday to Friday, but you've still got Saturday, Sunday to make up if you couldn't get to the gym in one of the other days.
Mm.
To me, it was really, I've got this thing. I don't want another goal to slip past me because of age or this or that or the next thing. This is something I've wanted for a long time. I've tried it by myself. I've tried various ways. Let's do the right thing. Let's go to the professionals who do this for a living, who has proven results, who have the qualifications, and let them do what they do. And it worked, you know?
Because I mean, your results are amazing. I mean, not only have you, I mean, it's you lost 10 kgs. You know, your visceral fat went down from 10 to 4. What resonated for me was like it's not about the stats and that is amazing because I mean you can see it. The results are there for themselves. But it's like what you said is like you feel better than you did in high school. And I mean, it's not about how much you lose or whatever. It's the life that you gain. So I mean, like what has changed in 6 months that's made you feel so much better?
So just through training for years and years, I've been in the gym. I think like most guys, I started when I was 16.
Mm.
I'm 43, so I'm older than a lot of people. So I grew up with the Arnolds and the Sylvester Stallones and
Yes.
guys wanting to be big and muscular. So, we've all been benching and doing all of this stuff forever and a day. But along the way, also through wear and tear, I've torn both rotator cuffs. I've had a dislocated rib. There's been training injuries that I've never had anyone look at, or I've been to physios and bios for recovery,
Mm.
but I've never adjusted my training to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Mm.
All my niggles are gone. My shoulders have never felt this healthy ever. My knees, my hip joints have never felt this good. I'm not going to use the word flexible because it's the wrong word. I'm more mobile
Yes.
now in my 40s than what I was in my mid 30s. There's no more groaning getting up and up, from the chair. There's no more out of breath from a couple of flights of stairs. It's I'm moving so much better. And specifically with my 9-year-old, the fact that, she participates in just about every sport the school has to offer.
Yes.
Indirectly as a dad, you either become a teammate or you become a coach. But
Yeah.
you've got a stick in hand. I learned how to play netball last year because that's what she does. And the fact that I can keep up with her and her friends and help out when needed with the coaches at school was phenomenal. I've become that dad. I've become the dad that's there at the sporting events, who participates, who joins trainings. My energy levels are through the roof, which is great. I got to say, after a good Monday session that Lil plans for you by 8 o'clock, I want to sleep. The general energy levels have been a lot better.
Yeah.
And it's rubbed off on the family. My wife has always been into fitness herself, but a lot of times she's asking me questions. And now that I've got that experience, not just from a theoretical point of view, but from a practicality point of view, it's easy for me to help her as well.
Yes.
And to my daughter now, fitness is a thing.
Mm.
You'll know the old jokes that I refer to when you're a kid and you're in primary school and you say, "Yo, my dad will hit your dad," or "My dad's faster than your dad, it's stronger than your." At this point, I think half the things that she's saying just might be true, which is great.
Because what they say is like obviously generational wealth, but people don't talk about generational health. You pass that on to your kids or to your family members because of what you're doing, your influence, and I mean, we've had quite a few people where, we've helped one person and then the husband or the wife has got results just indirectly by just eating the same or following the same habits and changes that that person's done, So it's, you're influencing your closest family members while you're doing this, like you just said.
Yeah, I think the big thing for me from that perspective is the fact that it was actually very funny. My daughters the other day came to me and she said to me, Dad, do you know there's dads that don't gym?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It's not everybody does this, but to her, that's become reality. You do a form of a workout or physical activity every day.
Mm.
I mean, she's way too young to be worrying about, how they burn off energy.
Yes.
You don't have to think too much. But without me even telling her or bringing her into it at that age, she'll say to me, Dad, I don't want another cookie because I've had more bad food than good food. I'd rather have an apple to
Yes.
balance out my good food and my bad
You're
food.
really
This
understanding.
from her realizing what myself and my wife does. We don't prompt it, but
Mm.
they notice everything,
Oh, yeah.
and that's been a big thing for me. And two, I love the feeling that I can say to her, you must train harder, or listen, you must put in more effort with your sport. And I don't feel like a hypocrite
Yes.
because I'm putting in the effort from my side as well. I'm not that dad sitting on a lawn chair next to the field that's overweight and my health is at risk, telling my they must train. I do it myself. So this is that leading by example, which I think is great. I love that feeling.
And obviously now 6 months, the whole benefit, the whole beauty about this is that when you start to see changes and get changes, it's addictive. I mean, it happened to me. I also was a day one once upon a time, and you once you get results and you get what you're looking for, you firstly you're never satisfied, but in a good, as opposed to being never satisfied and frustrated and just beating your head against the wall and never getting anywhere. That is where people struggles, like give up. But when things turn, as I'm sure you'll know now, is like there's always the next thing. You always want to do better, but it's a good addiction. It's like you're never going to go backwards ever again because you can't unless you psychologically say I'm switching off and I'm done with everything. It's impossible to regress.
100%. I think, I mean, you and I've made the joke with you. I say, I will never go backwards because effectively you've become the barometer, which I meant myself again. So as long as you're improving, I'm never going to be satisfied. But yeah, I mean, Mark, I remember when I started, and I think a lot of guys will resonate with this, is you kind of choose a physique
Hmm.
that you're aiming at, thinking, I will, based on what I have and my genetics, that is achievable, or I'll be able to go in that route.
Yeah.
When I looked at your physique, I would have never thought, listen, I will be aiming for that. I would have always said I would be the bigger guy. I wouldn't have the visible abs. I'll be strong, but that'll be my excuse for not having the visible abs or the
Yes.
vascularity that I want. And then all of a sudden you start seeing these things. You notice, listen, I can do whatever I want if I have the discipline.
Yes.
If I put in the work and I just follow the plan, I can do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the physique that I have at 43, I didn't have in high school. I always thought I'll be a slightly bigger guy than the rest of the guys, and I prided myself on almost being strong. Now I've got I'm closer to the physique that I've always wanted, or the closest I've ever been. But I haven't lost strength.
Yeah.
I'm still as strong as what I was in my 30s, if not stronger. It's just about you. It's hard to explain, but if you deal with experts,
Yeah.
you're not the first person coming to them with this goal. You're not the first person that's worried about this. They've been there, they've done that. All that they're doing is they're tailor making it to your body and to how they see the results coming off of you. I remember when I said to Rowan at one point, Rowan, I want to lean out a little bit more. And my macros went up.
Yes.
And I said, oh,
It's a
no,
big promotion.
how?
Yeah, exactly. The big, it's a big, like what? They think it's the other way around.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean, after 6 months now, the relationship is at that point where Rowan would send me a message. She'll just say, listen, anything you're looking for, or are you happy with where you are? And I said to her the other day, I think I want to do a small mini cut again.
Hmm.
And she just thumbs up, sends me the new macros. When I just adjust the app to what
Yeah.
I need to do, and then from there I adjust my meal plan with Trace. Um, but when I stopped and looked at it, I'm like, Rowan, how the hell did my macros go up? I thought, but to me, that's her black magic. It's
But
that
it's hard
awesome little
to know
power
because
she has.
people will do. They'll get something and then they don't know why. Your how becomes easy when when you know the why. Like if you say like this is why it's gone up, and you're like, okay. I mean, I do it still.
100%.
Mine the other day, and I was like, okay, what are we doing here? And I just like to know and have that reassurance, and that's what you like to know because when you got that trust and that confidence, it's easy to execute.
100%. But I said it to you on Take On, and when I had my first call with Roan and Lil, one of the big things for me was where I said to them, I'm not going to invest in another fitness course or another fitness qualification. This to me is me paying for
Yes.
my practical exam that I want to pass. And whenever I don't understand something, it's like you say, I either message, if it's not with my macros, it'll be Trace or it
Mm.
will be Rowan, and you get answers.
Yeah.
And when you back, and the more you learn, it becomes self knowledge. And the
Hmm.
next moment you get your macros, you're like, okay, yeah, cool. I understand why we did that. I
And that
get
is
what.
what gives you freedom and flexibility as opposed to just we could easily just give you a diet to follow, a meal plan to follow. It's not going to teach you freedom. It's not going to teach you how to be in control with your food. It's not going to teach you. You're just reliant on a piece of paper endlessly, and eventually your results will stop diet. It doesn't. It's too restrictive. It doesn't give you freedom and flexibility as opposed to knowledge. Knowledge sets you free.
100%. Um, my daughter makes the joke all the time where she says when we started out, we bought food for me and we
Yes.
bought food for the family.
Yes.
And, she always used to say, Daddy, are you making your food? Or Daddy, are you making your diet food? Now it's just food
Yes.
because it becomes a lifestyle and you get to understand that and you understand how to flex. And it's going to happen just for anybody that's thinking about joining. Trust me, it's going to happen. You're going to wake up and you're supposed to have whole wheat bread, 70 grams of this stuff to work with your diet, and all of a sudden it's just out. Someone in the house had the bloody last slice,
Exactly.
and you can't get any. But if you understand now how it works, you know I can substitute it with this or with that, and I'll be okay. It'll be good. We
Yes.
don't have to rush to the 24-hour shop to go get the whole wheat bread now because it's explained to you and you understand how to substitute. And I joked with you. I said to you, one of the big reasons I joined was, hell, if you can look the way you look and do wine shooters, you know, this is the type of deal I can deal with. So my wife works in the liquor trade. She's been in that trade for the last 21 years of her life. We go to events and it's expected.
Yeah.
I'll have a beer and I still have my beers. We're doing a 50th birthday on Saturday. I'm not going to the 50th and not enjoying myself, but
Yes.
I know how to account for it
Yes.
and I know what to do so I don't regress now. And
And
that's
it gives you
empowering for
stress
anybody.
because now you still know what to do. But so much less stress, and you're like, oh, I know what to do, and you have enjoy yourself, live a life of balance. You can still have that freedom, and then you get back on track the next day. It's the
Yeah,
same. It's just, that's the benefit. Like you're saying, you know how to account for it, and most people don't know how to account for weekends or
yeah.
entertainment or whatever. They think that they have to just eat a salad every day or eat nothing, where you can actually just relax and enjoy yourself too.
It's I promise just about anybody that's willing to invest in themselves, you're gonna think diet and you shouldn't. Diet
Yeah.
is the wrong word.
Yes.
The nutrition plan that you will be on, you will get to a point one night when you're eating dinner and you're gonna say to yourself, I'm full,
Mm.
and you're gonna keep eating because you want to hit your macros.
Yes.
So if I don't get the protein, it's going to influence my recovery. It's going to influence my growth. And people think diet and they think, oh, I'm going to go to bed hungry.
Yes.
All night they're not. That's not the case. I haven't gone to bed hungry once.
Exactly. And if you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. It's you don't have that extreme, or you're just eating not enough that keeps you satiated during the day. But it's all these the devil's in the details. When you start making little changes, it starts to impact your physique, your body, your health. You're not craving food, and like I say, you get educated along the way, so you understand what you're doing, and then you in control yourself. You're totally in control of everything.
Yeah, I think the big thing is, Mark, I don't mean to sound harsh to anybody, but if anybody's thinking about this, or anybody has always had the aspiration of a type of body or a goal in mind when it comes to their physique or their health, I think a lot of us hide behind conventional truth or convenient truths,
Mm.
where you say, "Oh, I'll never see my bicep vein because I'm built different, or I just don't have that." You have it.
Yes.
You know how to train and how to eat properly, and you'll get it. You can have a six pack. You can have the physique you want. You can. I'm fitting into a size 32 pants for the first time in my life.
And
I've
age
been
is not a number. Hey, 43 is it's. Everyone says, "Oh, it's too late. It's past my sell by date." It's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish.
um the belt, the lifting belt that I use. I've had to go buy a special drill bit to drill extra holes because I need to close it tighter.
That's
Um,
awesome.
that you think you will never do in your life, and it's not like I am dying of hunger. It's
Yes.
not like I am forcing myself to go to bed at 7 o'clock at night, that I'm not seeing my friends, that I'm not going out, that I'm not having a good time. You'll have more energy. Your lust for life increases because it's fun.
Mm.
It's fun all of a sudden doing things and being active and going out and
Like I said earlier, it's the life that you gain, not the weight that you lose. I mean, that's obviously a massive bonus. We're all in it for that. I mean, I was like that at the beginning too, but there's no better feeling good in your skin, being able to wear whatever you want. As a guy, being able to take your shirt off by the pool or the beach, or play with your kids, and not feeling self-conscious. And same with the women. The women want to be comfortable in a costume or a bikini or whatever. You can be like that in your whatever age you're at. But you're limiting your life from experiences because you're wanting to shy away from your body. Whereas it sets you free if you can fix this once and for all.
I think as a general pop, specifically my generation, I think we all grew up with the idea of your physique goal should be
Mm.
linked to a body weight goal.
Yes.
One of the coolest things with Rowan and Tracy is, yes, I weigh myself. I do. Just to track progress. But what Rowan has really drilled into me is, if I go up a K, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Mm.
Ryan, we're adding muscle as well. So
Exactly.
this point, I really could not care what my body weight is the furthest thing from my mind. The 10 Ks I've lost is fat mass.
Yes.
My body weight, in fact, right now is no, it is still lower than when I joined you guys, but the majority of the loss came from fat. I've added on 2 Ks of muscle from when I joined you guys. So muscularly, I'm heavier,
Yes.
but fat-wise, it's your body composition is what
Exactly.
you're focusing on. And that's where the expertise lies. I think if you're a layman and you're going to try and catch two rabbits at the same time, fat loss and muscle gain, you're going to be in no man's land forever and a day, and it's going to break you.
Yes.
Where when you have the guidance and the coaching, trust it, and you'll get there.
No,
Right.
that's awesome. I mean, it's like I said, your journey has been so like amazing to watch from afar, because obviously the team helps you on a more hands-on basis. But I mean, I've seen what has happened, and it's just epic, and that's why I was really excited to just have this chat and share the journey with. Um, so, yeah, I mean, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I just wanted to say thank you for jumping on with me, because and I know this will resonate for a lot of people. I already got somebody saying that they wanting to get back into their journey, and this has really been such positive inspiration. So I knew this would help a lot of people that are either frustrated or waiting to get started or feeling despondent, and just hearing your energy levels, I think has much showed everybody what's possible.
No, I just think, don't, like most people, just advise to anybody, don't wait for Monday.
Yeah.
I'm always going to say, I'll start on Monday. Don't wait for Monday. Do it tomorrow.
Yes.
Because the sooner you start, the sooner you're going to start feeling better. The sooner the quality of your life's going to change. You know, I always, why do you want to start on Monday? Do you want to live badly for one more day, or what is it?
Yeah,
Get
exactly.
started
Yeah,
today. Just hit
true.
it.
Yeah.
Get it done. It's worth the investment. Lil makes the comment a lot in her social feeds as well. Is you'll invest in a car, you'll invest in a house, you'll invest in products, you'll invest in, and these things will come and go and they'll devalue or they'll increase in value over time. But the one thing you're stuck with for the rest of your life is your body and your health.
Yes.
And the sooner you start looking after that and investing in that, the better off you're going to be. And the science and the research is there to prove it.
Exactly. It's like saying you've got one car for the rest of your life. You are going to maintain it. You are going to look after it because otherwise you're screwed. Unfortunately, people don't take their body or their health until it's too late. And then it's like that saying. You can have 99 problems, but when you've got a health problem, you've got one problem. And so
One, Marco couldn't have said it better. Looking at the added advantage is after 15 years of marriage, you still get that double look from your wife every now and again. It's always worth investment.
the double look.
That double look where she sees you walking past out your shirt, and then when you look back, she's still looking. It's worth every cent.
Oh, awesome, Brian. So, no, thank you once again for jumping on. And I'm excited to see what's next because, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but if I'm moving the goalpost for myself, then it's really difficult for you too.
Marco, it's easy for me. What's next? I just keep an eye on your updates on the physique, and then I know what's coming next. That's all I'm doing. So no, I mean, it is actually scary to think that my goal is going to shift to possibly get to a sub 10 body fat, first time in my life ever. And I'm not that far away without having to sacrifice muscle mass.
And,
The
and,
idea of that is still blowing my mind, and the scariest thing is I'm less than 3% away from it.
and the only person that will limit you is yourself because now you know what can be done. So there's nothing really to stop you at all. Now you have that belief, whereas before you wouldn't even have thought about that.
Yeah, Mark, I don't think people understand what their bodies are capable of.
Mm.
And to me, it's incredibly sad that you're going to sit one day and you're going to say, I wonder if I could have. Don't wonder. Do it.
And this is 6 months because I speak to people and they think, oh, it's going to take me 6 years to achieve it. Obviously, the more consistent you are over time, the better you're going to be doing. I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm still not satisfied. But it took me 6 months with Lil in the beginning with my own personal journey to change to flip the switch. And then everything took off. I've just obviously repeated that consistently over the years. And it's very similar. This is why I wanted to do this because your journey is pretty much the same as what happened with me years ago.
Yeah.
And all you're going to just keep doing now is to consistently just be consistent with what you're doing. And as you get better and better, your changes are going to get better and better also.
What people think are sacrifices at the start,
Yes.
you think I'm sacrificing, it
Mm.
becomes a lifestyle, but the gains you get are so much more than the sacrifices
Yes.
that, it becomes a mental, you just start thinking differently about things. You think differently about food. You think different. Lil made the comment today or yesterday on her feed, the go big or go home. Well, in that case, maybe go home because you need to recover.
Yes.
Getting out of that gym rat typical mindset with the misinformation that's out there. Deal with pros. The information's solid. It's science backed. And if it's science backed, it will work. It might take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Maybe not everybody will get there in 6 months, but it's coming. And once it starts, it's like a snowball effect. I'm seeing results so much faster now than at the start. It's been ridiculous.
Oh, no. Well, like I said, it's a perfect way to end off with that energy. And like I said, it's been an absolute joy to see your progress. And I know there's only more to come. So, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. And once again, just thanks for taking the time to share your story with us. And I know this is definitely going to help a few people out there. So, just thank you so much for jumping on with me.
Thanks to you, Marco. All of this came from a phone call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This came from a phone call in a chat. What kicked it off. And thanks to Lil for her patience, for Rowan and Trace for their patience with me as well. It's a team effort. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys either. You guys played a major role in doing this. I'm just a tin guy. Tell me what to do. I just make sure I do it. But you guys are the think tank that gets me there. So thanks to the team as well.
Oh, awesome. And I'm sure they're watching, so they definitely made their day. So, yeah, no, like you say, it's a team effort, but, we love helping you, and most importantly, you want to help yourself, which is like we said earlier, you have to still do the work. And if that happens, the magic happens.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brilliant.
Cool, Brian. Thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks, Marco. You too. Keep well.
We'll chat soon. Yeah.
Hundreds.
Ciao.
Cheers.